Well, a happy Wait, it's Tuesday. Yeah, but it feels like Monday, right? And it sure felt like a Monday for the Mariners on Monday as their struggles continued as they dropped 3 of 4 over the long weekend, including a walk-off loss on Monday. Things started out well enough on Labor Day as Cal Raleigh hit his 29th homer of the season to give Seattle an early lead. Shane Langoliers, however, had other plans as he polished off a 2-homer day with a walk-off in the 9th.
One out, Crawford at first base. Out to right field. This is driven way back, and this ball is gone. It's an early lead for the Mariners on the 28th home run this season from Cal Raleigh, who is now tied with the great Mike Cameron, 20th all-time in Mariners home run history. He has not pitched great since coming back. Polanco is able to tackle it, diving to his right from a knee in time. For out number 1, takes a hit away from Seth Brown.
Just a really good play. This ball was hit pretty hard. A good break by Polanco on the backhanded side. Throws from his knees. Nice play.
The opposite way, punched out there towards Butler in right field, and Robles sprinting home, a headlong slide. He's safe. A sacrifice fly off the bat of Julio. And that stolen base for Victor Robles comes up big in the 3rd. The Mariners extend the lead. It's 3-0.
Keep the oven mitt right.
Now Rooker bouncing ball past the diving glove of Rojas. That'll get to the corner. Butler scores. Rooker trades places with Lawrence. It's 3-1. An RBI double for Brent Rooker. That's his 93rd run batted into the year. 1-0, swing and a drive. Deep left field. This one is gone. The A's take a 4-3 lead, and Langoliers picks up his 24th home run.
You see where it is, another little slider right in the middle. It gets ironed out quickly.
This traveled a long way.
It sure did.
Line drive, left field, base hit. Julio scores from 3rd. Justin Turner ties it up with a rope to left. And we're even at 4 in the 6th inning.
3-2, swing and a drive, deep to left. Shea has become judge, jury, and executioner. Langoliers, a 2-homer afternoon, picks up his first career walk-off hit. And the A's win the series opener 5-4.
Well, for Shea Langoliers, you've got to come up in a spot like this and be ready to hit. You're looking for a certain pitch in a certain spot. You're sitting fastball, you adjust to this little wrinkle here popping out of the hand. And Chris, the man they call Shea Langoliers, puts a bow on it and sends the Mariners packing.
Seattle and Oakland will battle again in a mostly empty ballpark tonight at 6:40. That'll be on Root Sports Northwest. Well, the Mariners missed another opportunity to close the gap on Houston after the Astros fell to Cincinnati 5-3. Seattle trails Houston by 6 games now in the American League West. Rangers fell to the Yankees 8-4. The Angels were idle on Monday. The Seahawks will be wearing their throwback jerseys Sunday for the season opener against the Denver Broncos. Ryan Grubb's new offense will make its debut at Lumen Field Sunday, and for Tyler Lockett, this will be his 4th offensive coordinator in his 10 seasons as a pro. As usual, Tyler has a positive spin on it.
New is good. You know what I mean? It's hard to imagine if you were in the same offense for 10 straight years, if there will be any excitement, for you coming in. Meetings will be a lot more difficult because you know everything left and right, because you've been a part of something for so long. And I think for me, it's been interesting because I think every 3 years I've had a new offensive coordinator. And so it's allowed me to approach the game different, and it's allowed me to see the game different and learn different ways and unique abilities to be able to use my skills to go out there and still try to do the same thing that I've been doing. So it's fun learning from each offensive coordinator that I've been under.
The approach in the preseason is not to play too many starters, which can hamper an offense's success and chemistry. Lockett explains it from his perspective.
I think it's just a grind because it depends how long you played in the preseason. But also, like, you going into a game and sometimes you just don't know what to expect. A lot of ones didn't go against other ones. You're going out there, you're nervous. You know the crowd is going to be crazy. I think the hardest part is just getting that first down, honestly. I think once you kind of get that first down or you're able to touch the ball one time, the nerves kind of go away. It kind of goes back to it being football. But until then, it's kind of like that imagination starts to run a little bit wild, and you kind of see the game a lot more bigger than you're supposed to really see it. And so I think sometimes we just got to be able to get back to that place where you're able to just understand that it's a game and that the atmosphere doesn't look as different as it's always been. But if we think it to be different, then we start acting outside of ourselves.
Defensively, it'll also be a debut for Seahawks fans to see Mike McDonald's scheme close up. Nose tackle Jaron Reed can't wait for Sunday.
I feel real good. I feel like we're all locked in. We're all focused. We worked hard this whole training camp for this moment coming up Sunday. And I think we're all dialed in, ready to go, getting ahead of the schedule now. We're ready to go compete Sunday. It's been real good. You know, I say it all the time. I feel like he brought back old school football, something that, you know, it's no shots or anything, but I feel like it's been missed for a little bit. You know, we bring the physicality back, bring the mentality back of playing grown man football for all 4 quarters.
While Seattle entertains Denver, the Cardinals play at Buffalo Sunday morning at 10 on CBS. The Rams open on Sunday Night Football in Detroit at 5:20 on NBC. 49ers host the Jets and Aaron Rodgers on Monday Night Football. That'll be at 5:15 on ESPN and ABC. Well, Washington and Washington State picked up opening weekend wins in college football. Jonah Coleman looked like a human bowling ball in the Huskies' 35-3 win over Weber State. The transfer carried the ball 16 times, 127 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Cougars, meanwhile, scored their second most points in school history in a 70-30 win over Portland State. Quarterback John Mateer connected on 11 of 17 passes for 352 yards and 5 touchdowns. Washington is home again this Saturday, hosting Eastern Michigan at 12:30 on the Big Ten Network. Central Washington opens the season on the road at San Diego Saturday at 1. Eastern Washington hosts Drake at 4 o'clock on ESPN+. Washington State has a night game on Fox at 7 o'clock when the Cougars host Texas Tech. The prep football season gets underway this week. We're all looking forward to that. Chelan is on the road at Jenkins Chewelah Friday night at 6. The 7 o'clock games have Moses Lake Christian at Sunnyside Christian. Waterville Mansfield hosts Bridgeport. Soap Lake visits St. John Endicott La Center. Omak visits Okanagan in the Backyard Brawl. Cascade hosts Liberty Bell in Peshastin. Prosser visits Ephrata. Quincy hosts Sela. Wenatchee's on the road at Lake City, and Moses Lake, by the way, at Rigby, Idaho. There are a couple games on the slate for Saturday, including Eastmont at Bonnie Lake at 4 o'clock. Aniak kicks off at Tenasket Rosalia at 6. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.